Party people, welcome to the ride. On this episode, we're taking a day trip to Chicago. We're going to spend the day with the National Alliance of Black School Educators at their 53rd National Conference. We headed out we spent the day because it was so close. We didn't have to go all, halfway across the country. We jumped on the plane, we jumped in the car and went and did what we had to do. We went to go see a few people, shake a few hands, continue to grow some new relationships, and hear some worthwhile speakers. Had a couple surprises while I was there. It was a good time, a good day overall, well worth the ride. Spent some time in the car and got some ideas flowing, got some things done. So sit back, relax, roll with us, and enjoy some of the nuggets that we got to pick up.
And Mama started watching her friends at school reading. They'd read with their lips and they get upset and push the book away, and they would say, "That's not interesting." And then she got the revelation. She realized if you can't read well, it's not fun. And then she realized most people around her, the little children in the 30s, they were not having fun. And so they didn't read. They faked it. And at that point, she knew exactly what she wanted to do for the rest of her life: become a teacher of English. And so all my life, we were learning poetry. And later on, she went from the English to do something called the new math. How many of you remember the new math? Can you hit me in the back? Right. I don't know what y'all did, but I got a big mouth anyway. All right. Help me out with the microphones, y'all. Is it back on now? How many of you love to read? And how many of you love math? It's a pretty nerdy group. Very good. This is life, isn't it? Can you hear me now? No? Still can't hear me? I'll just stay back here. I'll stay back here. Is this better? Good. I'll stay back here. And so one math problem and a story, and then we're going to have questions and answers. Here we go. The problem says this. I get goosebumps doing math, folks. I'm supposed to laugh at that. 29 children are in the class. 20 have dogs. 15 have cats. How many have both a dog and a cat? Now don't holler out an answer. Now, if somebody can answer that question, if you could answer that question now, I will give you $100. Is there anybody who wants to stand? Now notice, this is about metacognitive thinking. It's about thinking about how you think. Now when I first started, some of y'all were going, no, he won't give us a math problem. Others were going, I'll wait till he finishes that. But once I mentioned $100, repeat the question. Well, my point is, help students understand when you get knowledge, it will be power. You can get a job. Here's my point. If you're wrong, you got to give me $200. If you're wrong, you got to give me $200. And the meta math problem is, I want you to count the number of people. How much money do you all think I want to make on this when we finish up? I want you to go back to your school systems and have the math people give it. It's a 6th grade math problem, but there are a lot of PhDs who cannot do it because it's not easily solved in a few minutes. That's why I like it, because the best math problems, like the best problems, take time to solve. Think about that. Write this one down. Teachers touch eternity through their students. I want you to say it with me. Teachers touch eternity through their students. Again, teachers
teachers
touch
eternity
through their students.
through their students.
So watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Dreams and values. You are special, and we can all be even better. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
In 2015, he founded the Know Your Rights Camp, empowering Black and brown youth through education. Systems change in elevating the next generation of change leaders. For this work, he was awarded the National Education Association President's Award, the NEA's highest honor in recognition of his work with his Know Your Rights Camp. He is also the founder of Capernick Publishing and the author of several children's books, including his New York Times bestseller, I Color Myself Different. As a quarterback, Collins spent 6 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers, setting an all-time NFL record for most rushing yards, 181, in a game by a quarterback. We have a fan, do we? He also led the team to an appearance in the Super Bowl 47, their first Super Bowl appearance in over a decade. Collins continues to bridge sports, activism, and community impact as he fights for equal access to the future of all. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Colin Kaepernick. And our next speaker is also outstanding. He's been a partner with NABSE for over a decade, coming to conferences, and now is his time to speak to you in our master class program. Beyond his classroom work, Hotep designed the outcome progression model, an approach used to shift school cultures away from poverty mindset, excuse-making, and helplessness toward empowerment.
I think Colin is a great example of that. I first want to say that, humbly so, I believe that it doesn't start in secondary, it starts in primary. Right? Again, the rules are always the same. It's easier to build strong than to do the repair work later. So in planting that seed, that's why I love early childhood development. Thank all of you guys that are in elementary school. Thank all of you.
That's your elementary heart.
It starts early. Why am I here? The thought and the idea
something cute. I'm like,
of creation. Somebody said to me in a beautiful way, they said, you know what? We were created to be creative.
That's right.
Right? So that idea is implanted early for our young people. But then we all know, we talk a lot about leadership, that the highest form of leadership is by example. So that means we, as educators and administrators and whatever else we do, need to be an example of creation, an example of ownership, an example of celebration, and constantly speaking power, not pity, into our children. Power, not pity, to our children. Even the poorest of us are powerful. It starts early. It can be done at an early age. I'm sure my brother is on it as well. My children at 4 and 6 years old are out with me sometimes at an event. They'll work the table with me and learn how to talk to a person across the table and share an idea and something. This is what I have, a product and stuff. So it starts early. That mindset shift is something that we have to exemplify as well. And remember to constantly speak power. The last thing our children need, particularly in Title I schools, the last thing a poor person needs is your pity. Is your pity. You speak power. Yes, you're in dire straits and conditions, but you're still powerful. Now let me show you how to do this, son. Right? Okay. Yes, sir.
Nah. I love that question, and as I think about our students being owners, I think we also have to think about the skills that we need for them to be owners. And as we think about this moment, again, we've seen the impact of the digital divide. We've seen what it means to be hesitant to adopt a new technology. We've seen the impact that's had on our communities. We've seen when we've been excluded. As I think about this moment, we have to be at the forefront. And we have to be okay when things aren't going to be perfect. But if they are better and we are setting ourselves up for success and setting our students up for success, that moves the needle for us. When we talk about AI, we talk about ownership. That is happening now. That is not a distant future. Just a few quick stats. Over 75% of employers are hiring for AI skills right now. When we look at the landscape of what AI is already doing to industries, there's been well over 100,000 layoffs within the tech industry alone this year. Not because the work is going away, the work is actually expanding. But the people with skill sets to be able to leverage AI with what they're doing can do more. Our communities have to be prepared for that. And when you talk about the ownership piece, we have to be in the room. That's part of the reason I founded my company, Lumi Story AI. When we think about building the future, we can't be advocating, we can't be positioning ourselves from the outside. We have to be in those conversations. We have to be building that future, not just for along for the ride. And we have to set our students and our communities up to be able to do that as part of that process as well.
People think, well, Colin was already wealthy. He didn't take any risks when he knelt. But we know that there's levels to this, and that you took a great risk to yourself personally when you made the decision consciously to do that. Many of us in this room did what they told us to do, and we find ourselves in spaces where we're the only people that look like us. And we have to deal with microaggressions. Racism is not covert anymore, but it's still there and present. What do we do to remain true to ourselves and our values when we find ourselves in these places and spaces where our spirit is not for what's happening, but we have to make very real decisions like college tuition and rent and mortgage? What can we do to stay true to ourselves? Thank you.
The first thing I would say is stay focused. What are we trying to accomplish in any given moment? It is, we have to be comfortable with the decisions that we are making to accomplish those goals. And as we know, the microaggressions are going to come. The racism is going to come. No one's going to feel sorry for you in the process. That is a reality we all know. We have all felt and experienced it. I know we have all looked over our shoulder and been like, y'all don't see this? We're the only ones that are seeing this right now. And I hate to say it like this, and it's going to sound harsh, but this is how I think about it. Nobody cares. And I know we care, but as far as our approach, we have to approach it like nobody cares. We have to go out and meet the expectations regardless. To my brother's point, there is not going to be remorse in that process. No one's going to give us pity. So when I think about that in an actionable way, live your truth, speak up, and do what you know is right. In that process, make sure that you have the support around you. Make sure that you have the people to be able to lean on and organize and plan in advance. We have to be prepared for these situations, and we can't do them reactively. We have to proactively build institutions like NABSE. So when we come together and we say, hey, I'm dealing with this with my board. I'm dealing with this with the superintendent in my district who doesn't look like us, doesn't get our kids, doesn't get what we need to accomplish. I need your support because this is the next move I have to make. We have to proactively plan around those moves to make sure that we have protection, but also to make sure we have backup plans. So I think being proactive in our planning to be able to execute on the visions that we have.
Coming to the end of my day trip to the Windy City, it's cold. I'm like across the street from Millennial Park. We'll go that way. That's what's behind me. Maybe I should go over there and take a picture of the Christmas tree. See if you can get it behind me. Oh, let's see. No, there we go. I see green and red. The lights down here dope though. It's real bright. It's real pretty. You got the L back there. The sounds of the city. Didn't know I was going to see Colin Kaepernick on the stage. I didn't stay to the end where he was, they were doing question and answer, and the line was out the door. So I got up and went out the door. He did have a lot of good things to say though. Dr. Freeman Rabowski was dope. Wanted to hear him. I heard a lot about him and never seen him in person, never heard him in person. So today was dope. So it was a worthwhile trip. Made some connections. Met some people that I didn't know I needed to meet. So good trip. But I mean, I like Chicago. Chicago's not a bad place. It's one of my favorite cities. So here I am. Now, I think it's easy to say where I'm going, what my next step is before I leave. So just in case you don't know where it is, let's see if I can show you. Come on now. Y'all know I wasn't coming this far. Spending all this time in the cold, not coming to get a slice of pizza. Come on. Y'all gotta know me better than that. NABSE 53, 2025, Chicago, day trip. Let's head back to Michigan now. After we pick up our pizza from Giordano's, of course. I ordered plates and flatware so I can dig in before I start driving, because it's gonna be a mess. And I'm not waiting 4 hours to eat it, so here we go. Inside. Damn, this place filled up quick. Way warmer in here than it is out there. Trip is complete. I'm happy. Chicago, you're all right with me. The home of the skyscraper and deep dish pizza. New York style is still better. Never question it. Never. Steaming, nice and hot, fresh out the oven. I had to walk a block, but
I've been getting by lately,
Chicago,
trying to figure out how I can
deep
levitate
dish
daily.
pizza.
Up over my problems, gotta meditate.
Box has my
Man,
name
learn
on
to
it right
swim
now,
with
so
piranhas, burning with the sense of honor.
I'm happy.
I've been getting by lately, trying to figure out how I can levitate daily. Up over my problems, gotta meditate. Mainly learn to swim with piranhas, burning with the sense of honor. Will I drown in my sorrows? Let the pressure change my makeup. Wake up with a sense of purpose, can't nobody change it. Gotta claim myself before I get a right to claim me like a ranger. And to learn how to get up out of danger. I've been getting high lately, why you trying to bring me down when I reach the top safely? Even if I'm grounded, I might seem a little spacey. All the smoke that surround me made me feel I'm in the matrix. Cause I've been getting by lately, trying to figure